Hello again, it's Crafty Kristen, and this week I have 3 crafts that have to do with God's covenants. So our lesson is talking about promises that God made and how throughout the Bible, throughout the Old Testament, he established these special covenants and promises that were all fulfilled in Jesus. And so we're going to make 3 crafts today that will remind us of that and give us a little bit of hope that God does always keep his promises. The first one that we're going to make, you're going to have to get out of the way, I'm so sorry. Say hello, say goodbye. The first one that we're going to make is an Ark of the Covenant. Now, the Ark of the Covenant was believed to, in a sense, house God's glory. Not that it was an idol or a replacement for God, but the 10 Commandments are kept in there, and so the Israelite people would carry it around with them, and it was an important part of remembering who God was. What you're going to need for this, you're going to need some kind of a little small container. Now, you could use something like a tissue box or something smaller like a Tic Tac box. I am going to be using a gum box container. No product placement, but this is really delicious stuff. Anyways, we're going to cover it with paper and popsicle sticks to represent the way that the Ark was carried. So the first thing that we're going to do is simply put some paper around my box to wrap it up, and this is probably best done with some tape, so you can wrap the paper around so it covers the box. Tape it securely in place. And then another option also, since we mentioned that the 10 Commandments were kept in this box, so you can cover it completely, or you can leave a little hole at the top, and you can make yourself a teeny tiny scroll, or pretend like it's a scroll, and you can kind of have that poking out the side if you want it to look cool, like, ooh, here's the 10 Commandments. So we're going to make this little mini scroll to go inside the top of my container. And now there are a couple other items we need for my Ark. So usually when you see pictures or images of the Ark of the Covenant, it has these angels or symbols of angels, there we go, that are poking, or that are kind of covering on the sides of it, or some kind of like a bird, or different kinds of things. So we're going to make ourselves some little wings of a sort, quote unquote, for our Ark. And this is not going to be spectacular, but we're going to make our little winged creatures here. And we're going to place one of these on each side of the Ark. And then we're going to use our popsicle sticks to represent the poles, because one of the important things about this Ark of the Covenant was that it could not touch the ground. It had to be carried in just certain special ways by certain special people. And this is one of the features when we talk about God's promises, is how Jesus established, I don't know, they look like flames, oh well. Jesus established a new kind of a promise, a new kind of a covenant. So when he came, we didn't have to do all of this old rule-following business anymore, because he took care of that for us. But in the Old Testament, the Ark had to be carried on poles, and so we're going to make our poles with some popsicle sticks. So you can take just a couple, or you can cover the whole thing with popsicle sticks if you want to. And we're just going to tape those. You can also glue, but as I usually like to mention, for something like this, I generally go for tape, because You don't have to wait for tape to dry. You just stick it on there and it's good to go. So we have our poles, our scroll, our cherubim dealio over there, and you can label this. You can put some kind of a verse to remind you of what in the world this is, and then you just have a fun little Ark of the Covenant. Feel free to put it on your kitchen table or your fireplace mantle or whatever. So that is craft number 1, Ark of the Covenant. Craft number 2 is pretty simple. This is going to be a visual representation of the line from which Jesus came. So there are a few main covenants that we're going to be covering in this lesson. We're going to talk about Noah and the sign of the rainbow, which will be featured in our next craft. But we're also going to be talking about the covenant that God made with Abraham as well as with David. So this next craft is going to give us a representation of the covenant with Abraham, the covenant with David, and lastly and most importantly, Jesus, who represents that new covenant. So you're going to need some paper, really any color, but this is a pretty simple one, which you can make more elaborate, of course, as much as you care to decorate. But we're going to make a star, a crown, and a cross. And then we're going to string them together to show the covenant with Abraham, with David, and then Jesus Christ. So we're going to start off by making our star. Now, I'm going to do this with a crayon just in case it decides to bleed through. If you already have some sort of a star cardboard cut out for some reason, go ahead and use that. If not, draw yourself a star, cut it out, and use the other side for your writing. And in fact, if you want to make it even more elaborate, you could do this double-sided, and you can poke the string all the way down the center of it. But today, we're just going to use a good old-fashioned hole punch and some yarn. So, cut out our star and talk about good old Father Abraham. And the reason that there's a star to represent Father Abraham is that God, one of the signs that God gave him for his covenant was look at the stars in the sky. You can't count them. That is how numerous your descendants are going to be. You're going to be a father of many nations, and you won't even be able to count them because there'll be as many as the stars in the sky. So here we could write something like covenant with Abraham, and you could even put a verse reference, Genesis 12, Genesis 17. It's a couple of spots that we see that covenant. So we have our star, and you can, of course, make it more elaborate, put some stickers on here, put some glitter, whatever you want to do. Next, we're going to make our crown. And so you can, again, you can do this as fun and fancy as you want to be. In fact, you might even, if you want to make this real elaborate, you could make this a 3-dimensional crown. So we're just going to cut out a little crown out of paper here. This is going to represent King David. And God made the covenant with King David that there would always be someone from his line on the throne. And that not only referred to the earthly throne and the rule of the different kings of Israel, but eventually one of David's descendants way down the line would be the greatest king of all, Jesus. And that is why, fun fact, we hear him often called the Son of David, and also why Joseph and Mary had to go to Bethlehem, because we hear he was of the town and line of David, and that's where they came from. So here we can say covenant with David, or you could just write David if you have limited space. And that's going to be 2 Samuel. And we're going to turn this into a three-dimensional crown. Staple or tape right here. And lastly, you can cut out a cross, or I just so happen to have these handy dandy, well, I think I do somewhere. If you have some sort of a representation of a cross, like I have this little wooden figure, you could use that and decorate it. Or again, you could also just cut out a piece of paper to represent the cross. And this is going to be actually, I might go ahead and cut out the piece of paper anyway. So then, of course, this represents the new covenant of the blood of Jesus. That all those promises God gave, this is how they all came true. That there was a plan all along for Jesus to be the true and lasting king. So once you've got all those together, we're going to punch some holes, and we're going to put a string through all of them. Make sure that your cross is the final bit, because we're showing how it comes from Abraham. And also, if you'd like to have this be something you can hang up, which is very recommended, of course, you might need an extra string at the top, which you could kind of loop to be like your hanging on point up here at the top. And then we're going to have our crown. Then we're going to have a cross. So we see how this covenant has come down. And you might want to put a little piece of tape at the back of your string to secure it so that these don't go all sliding around and getting in a big jumble. But there you have it. You have your star, Abraham, David crown, cross of Christ. So that is our fun three-dimensional hanging decoration piece. Our last craft is going to be pretty simple. Now this one has to do with the covenant that God made with Noah. So we're going to make a rainbow. Now I say this is simple. This can be as simple or as elaborate as you choose for it to be. And you could even, if you would like, turn this into an arc. You can have an arc, and you can have some animals at the bottom, and you can have a rainbow over the top. That's if you have a lot of time and you just want to go crazy, or if you have some random animal pictures, who knows. But what we're going to do is we're going to cut out an arch from this plate. So we're kind of just going to cut the center of it out. And then we're going to put our bow in the clouds, because that's what God did. And so we'll have just a couple of little spots at the bottom. Now for making your rainbow colors, there are a variety of options. Again, this all depends on how much time you want to spend on this project and the attention span of your group, the age of your group. One fun thing to do if you have real little students is this is a good fine motor development. You can take little pieces of paper or tissue and crunch them up and glue them on. And that kind of makes it a fun three-dimensional thing. It helps you work on colors. It helps you work on those little tiny finger muscles. You can also use finger paints and dab finger paints on. For the sake of our timing today, we're just going to use good old-fashioned markers. Or, of course, you could also use crayons. So we're going to decorate our rainbow with some red. I might not even do all the colors because, again, interest of timing, you probably know the rainbow. orange. You can use a combination of crayons and markers and colored pencils. We're going to do this the real fast way. Yellow. You can also, of course, as with anything, you can use stickers. You can throw on some glitter if you're feeling adventurous. And you don't care that glitter is everywhere because it does get everywhere. And then we've got green, blue, and then there's that whole indigo thing. Really? Indigo? What is indigo anyways? I think it's just so they could say Roy G. Biv and make that acronym. And lastly, purple. So once all your colors are on, much nicer than that, you're going to use good old-fashioned cotton balls or pom-poms for your clouds. So you're just going to make sure your glue is functioning. And you're going to glue those cotton balls on. And then, if you would like to hang this up and have it be a lovely visual reminder, of course, you'll want to put a verse or a caption. The rainbow is God's reminder, Noah's covenant, God promises with the rainbow, whatever you want to do to remind yourself of what this rainbow represents and means. And then you can always stick something in the top to hang it up, a pipe cleaner, a string, a ribbon, whatever you would like to use to hang your beautiful, wonderful rainbow. So there you have 3 fun crafts to remember God's covenants, God's promises. As always, take these ideas, adapt them, change them, shape them. It's just a springboard to get you thinking about possible ways that you can celebrate and remember the lesson. So have fun with it. We will hopefully see you here again. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. We're here every week with new messages and crafts. And we will see you next time. Have a great week. Make some crafts and make some disciples.